All right, as you probably gathered by now, the Z is not my daily driver. All right, taking this thing out on the weekends for a coffee run around the neighborhood is more trouble than it's worth half the time. Being as that the Z is my project car, I need a daily driver that can fulfill all the duties that the Z never could. So after a long history of tiptoeing around the city in low cars, I decided a while ago to level up into a 60 Series Land Cruiser to tackle the old daily duties. And in a city crated with potholes, this thing knows no limits. Except for maybe parking or acceleration or agility or subtlety. Look, this thing's a fucking elephant on wheels. I'll be the first to admit that. It is what it is. And I love it for what it is. But look, this video isn't about my daily driver either. See, I've come to an impasse here where other itches need to be scratched. No vehicle can be everything. Everything has its nuances. And you know what? Sometimes the biggest things come in the smallest packages. And by small, I mean small. Miniature even. All right, so for a couple of years now, I've been growingly obsessed with old school Japanese K cars. And sadly, I thought my only option ever getting one was gonna be shipping one over in a container from Japan. These are pretty hard to come by in the States. But one night, I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I found a listing offered by Puckett Motor Company in Illinois. Sent an email in the middle of the night while my girlfriend was asleep. The next morning, I told her we were buying a car. And here it is. 1972 Honda N600 Sedan. For those of you who are unfamiliar, the N600 was Honda's first production model car imported for the US market in 1970. It's a 600cc air-cooled 2-cylinder motor with a 4-speed manual transmission. It's front-wheel drive with a dead axle rear end on leaf springs. It's basically a vintage motorcycle with a roof. They were originally known as the N360 in Japan and ultimately became the Honda Life in the 80s and onward. But in the States, these never received the same fanfare as they did overseas. I mean, when you consider the fact that your average muscle car at the time was literally 4 times the size as one of these guys, it's not hard to understand that they discontinued import on 600 models in '72. After that, Honda began importing the Civic, and as you all know, no one ever bought any Civics, and Honda went out of business a long time ago. So what we have here is an all-original, numbers-matching car. It lived almost entirely in California, where it earned its patina and sun bleach. It was apparently a commuter car for a college student in the '70s, as indicated by the parking pass stickers on the bumper. And given how straight it is, I'm assuming that particular student spent more time in the library than in the bar. So, thanks, nerd. The interior is all there, but that doesn't really say much. This car is bare bones. 2 seats, a joke of a rear bench, and a plastic dashboard. There you have it, interior. The floors are all original with no signs of rot or puddling, and everything mechanical works as it should. Even this cute little gas door tab in the driver's side door jamb. But the one catch to buying this car is that it is totally non-op. This engine has been sitting for a long time. There's no pressure in the clutch or brake lines, and while it rolls and steers all right, I'm pretty sure that's all it does right now. It needs a complete going through before we can actually take it down the road. However, lucky for us, the car came with a brand new 0-mile stock engine and transmission. And not only that, the engine and trans were built by the US's leading Honda N600 technician and historian, Tim Mings. Tim was actually responsible for leading the restoration on the Serial 1 N600 a few years ago for Honda, which is an awesome story in and of itself. We're going to include a link in the description of that video if you want to familiarize yourself a little better with that story and learn a little more about the history of Honda's inception. At any rate, the first order of business is going to be getting this motor out of the car and figuring out where to go from there. But as you can see, it's got enough room to fit 2 comfortably, and being small, light, and high revving, it has a lot of potential to be an awesome little city car. We have a lot of ideas on how we want to build this out, and Haley is going to play a major role in these decisions as we go. But yeah, I hope to be up and running with this thing very soon, so stay tuned and join us for the process. We expect this little thing to be a lot of fun.